Words matter. How the words are said matter. Consider the many ways one could hear these words. Look at that outfit. We've all said it, haven't we? Yeah. Or, look at that outfit. Or, look at that outfit. Same four words, but said just a little differently. All have a different meaning. Now, Tim and I have had this conversation on a regular basis with Danny and Mikey. They say things, and people say things and do things that are well intended, and if said in just a certain way, can cause a great deal of harm and hurt. Words matter. Delivery matters. Words and delivery are so much a part of our daily interactions. Unfortunately, the instances we tend to notice words and delivery are when they hurt. Consider the latest news from Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, which operates Facebook and Instagram and Threads. Mr. Zuckerberg announced that it would be ending its fact-checking program and shifting policies around content moderation. Brandy Zoronsky of NBC News wrote, quote, Zuckerberg, who once touted the importance of the company's moderation efforts, echoed the Worldview Tuesday when he said that times had changed and the new shift would reduce censorship and restore free expression. Along with getting rid of fact-checkers, Meta will remove restrictions around topics that have fueled recent political culture wars, including immigration, issues around trans people and gender. Announcing the policies on Fox News, Meta's Chief Global Affairs Officer, Joel Kaplan, said the company had been too restrictive. A close reading of Meta's updated policy guidelines reveals that Meta now explicitly allows users to call each other mentally ill based on their gender identity or sexual orientation, among other changes. Words matter. Delivery matters. This notice from Meta, as well as the cultural shifts we see in our political and environmental climate, acknowledge the consumption that is experienced and in some ways which life has become. The harmful words and delivery that is shared is just a recognition of what is for some at the core. The perpetuation of making those who are not deemed as majority or normal as other. As Sharice R. Tucker, in her commentary in the Christian Century, wrote, quote, what if the core issue is not that we don't have enough or do enough, but that we are afraid that who we are at the center of our being isn't enough, end quote. And that for some, it is easier to say and name who they are not, instead of saying exactly what they are. Xenophobic, homophobic, and racist. Words matter. Delivery matters. In this moment in time, the one thing that we can say above all else is that God sees us for who we are. And unfortunately, before we are influenced by all the influencers, God has already deemed us as enough. When we look to Jesus today, up to this point in the Gospel of Luke, Jesus hasn't healed anyone yet, hasn't raised anybody from the dead, hasn't fed or taught 5,000 people, hasn't turned water into wine or gathered and dispatched disciples. When Jesus was baptized, the heavens opened. Jesus is affirmed for being just Jesus. Jesus is affirmed for being God's beloved. Jesus was a person being baptized and praying along with the others gathered at the River Jordan. As Sharice Tucker writes, quote, Jesus starts his ministry from a place of deep love and acceptance. Maybe we would have a healthier relationship with our striving if more of us knew deep down that we too have already been rooted in God's acceptance and validation. End quote. Words matter. Delivery matters. To make things very plain, as Tom said, we need to be plain sometimes. I say to you today that we are enough. You are enough. As we strengthen this place within, I hope that the stories we tell through our witness in the world will remind us and others that our very life is a gift that is already marked and sealed in God's love. You are my beloved, God says.